tell us a bit more about what are progressive organizations doing to help their employees to say, well, if this is what's going to engage you, this is what you need to do, and here are the tools to do it.
People taking personal accountability is growing in terms of their work environment. Support you in your career aspirations, but you need to own that yourself, and applying those same sort of principles to engagement, but giving people the support to do that. And I don't think either one or the other on their own work well. It's around what is the organisation doing that supports engagement, but also what are the individuals doing. And if you have both sides of the equation working well, you get the greatest success.
Do you think employees are ready to accept the fact that employee engagement is they're accountable for their own engagement? Because that in itself, I think traditionally has always been seen that it is the employer's responsibility. And we struggle with career advancement, and I think now it's been kind of understood that the employees want to, and they've understood that they have to own their own career advancement. Do you see the same shift happening with engagement?
So I think the shift is in the direction of employees wanting to meet the organization halfway. And I think people aren't reluctant to be engaged. I think when they see the right environment, it happens. So it's more about creating the right atmosphere. And Lesley, you can add in, but I've seen that happen. A lot of Indian organizations talk about us being a family. Because family is where you feel really most comfortable, and you really want to share, and you really feel connected. So I think a few organizations have managed to create that right kind of environment, and it allows people to go in, explore what they can do, how to maximize their talent application, and therefore feel engaged.
You spoke about empowerment and seeing that change in India. We're also seeing that grow in importance over the last 2 to 3 years across other countries as well. And it's now more often than not that sense that people are empowered and able to come up with ideas, it's safe to speak up and give their opinion, being the number one driver of engagement and sustainable engagement.
How do you feel that, really looking at segmentation, looking at investment in the right groups with the right kind of employee value proposition or the right rewards, the right pressure, how has that really going to help organizations to retain that key talent that they're looking for?
And that level of customization and thinking about what it is that you're providing for different groups is certainly an area of growing interest for organisations, and segmenting either through what you're doing in the survey or through other demographics, segmenting information that might come from outside the organisation that influences people's opinions and decisions, all can lead to creating a value proposition that actually suits and fits their needs, rather than assuming that one size fits all.
How complex it is, because at the end of the day, it's just a lot of organizational effort as well. It's just so much easier to kind of say, okay, this is what my majority want. Or even when you're segmenting, you also have the tendency to say, okay, let's just also generalize in our segmentation and make it, how difficult is to actually make it successful? That employees really feel that this is something that is fulfilling my needs individually.
And you need to have a good understanding of what are the benefits, what are the things that they really value, and to build the right value proposition. And then you will know if they value that, then you're getting your return on your investment.
That's right.
Because it shouldn't just be about creating the perfect EVP for an employee, because that might be cost prohibitive. You also need to do it in an environment where you're balancing the business needs.
That's right.
So you're keeping the right people, so this is targeted at pivotal roles, but also that you're ensuring that you're spending your money on the right things.
That's right.
That throwing additional money at some things actually doesn't make a difference. Whereas, spending a small amount of money on something quite small, and it might be around mentoring and coaching for particular individuals, which makes a much bigger difference.